Can marriage make a couple rich?
The truth is, from a biblical perspective, God did not outrightly state that marriage can make a couple rich, or marriage is what makes a couple rich. The Bible says in the book of Deuteronomy chapter 18 verse 18 that it is the Lord who giveth us the power to make wealth. So I stand for the fact that marriage is not actually what makes us rich.
Yeah, because there are so many people out there who believe that marriage can make couples even become millionaires. So you mean that marriage cannot make a couple rich?
Yeah, I think it is a two sides of the, or it has two sides of the coin, in the sense that in as much as the Bible do not outrightly stipulate that marriage can make a couple rich, however, there are some aspects in marriage that if they are properly exploited, it can help to enrich or make a couple wealthy.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are those things? Can you mention one of them?
Okay, first thing is that marriage is actually, let me spell out the principal reason why God said, or why God brought up the issue of marriage. In the book of Genesis chapter 2, he said it is not good for a man to be alone. And when God says that it's not good for a man to be alone, he simply brought up the notion of marriage because of companionship. But nonetheless, when a couple come together, we are talking of a man and a woman coming together to build a home. We have to understand that there are potentials within the man and the man who says two is better than one. So when the man and the woman comes together, there is what we call the merging of resources, the merging of wisdom, there is a merging of ideas. So by so doing, they can build on that particular advantage, that functional advantage, to make their marriage wealthy, to build income, to create investment. So to a certain extent, I believe that if couples, because the problem, especially with those of us from the West, is that we get into marriage with a lot of expectations, we get into marriage with our personal interests. But if the couple are sincere to each other, they plan as a family, they put their resources together, and then they have the potential to create wealth, to enrich themselves. We have families in the United States raised up businesses as a family, not as an external organization. So it's possible. And then the second reason why I believe marriage can create wealth in a family is because we have to understand that within the context of marriage, there are some potential that God have put in couples, so they have to put it to work. If the couples put themselves to work, they can actually generate income that will lead to wealth. Let me give you an example. My philosophy about marriage is that the man is the CEO, putting it from a company's perspective, and the woman is an administrator. So the woman, according to the book of Proverbs chapter 31, Solomon was talking about a woman who has the potential to make a family wealthy. So an administrator is that vital component